Replacing an air spring on a Mercedes GL. I imagine this is probably very similar for the MLs, pretty much anything that uses an air spring. In this case, we're looking at the rear side. So the particular one we're working with is the 2012, which I've worked on before, of course. I hit a pothole and managed to destroy the old one. I'll show you a picture of that. I have a brand new one, came from Arnott. So this is actually a really nice airbag. Nice and brand shiny new. Right there. So this is an air spring, goes in the rear. Both sides are the same. One thing that's important to note about these, this fitting right up here does not come out. You'll pull this out right when you're ready to hook it up to the airline. You'll take the old airline off, get the ferrule off from the compression fitting, and then you just push it in, tug it out, and it'll be all good to go. So it should be nice and simple. You don't have to worry about the compression fitting leaking or anything like that. Step one, we're going to get the car jacked up. I find it a little easier to get in there if you could take the wheel off. If nothing else, you get some better light, a little more room to operate. So because they use wheel bolts instead of wheel studs with lug nuts, I find it best to go ahead and do the tire operations when it's down pretty close to the ground. So I don't like to jack it all the way up. I like to get it where it's still on the ground so that it doesn't have as far to fall because these things weigh a lot. Big old steamrollers. So I'm going to jack it up about this far. And also getting your jack underneath or getting it on the lift can be a little bit of a challenge because you're going to be down on one side. So I always have these planks that I bring the cars into, mainly because most cars, like my Miata especially, will not fit over the lift without this. All right, now that the car's jacked up, we can look at the old bag. And come around here. You can see this one failed pretty spectacularly. It's torn pretty heavily. So we're going to disconnect the airline, and then this will come off, and we'll be able to get the new one in. 10mm wrench will get a hold of the old fitting. We can remove it, being careful not to damage the airline. All right, now the airline's out. Push that out of the way. I find it best to take this bolt out and get this linkage out of the way. This is the height sensor, right? So it knows how high the suspension is. But I like to disconnect this and get it out of the way. So again, that's another 10mm wrench. With that removed, pull that out of the way. Now this will rotate up and back in there. And now I should be able to, get that out. There you go. So that'll just slide right off. That's this. That's just this little compression fitting. Nope, that's gone. Okay. This should slide right off of there. Maybe with a little twist. All right. Make sure this guy's cleaned up a little bit. All right. That looks good. Okay. This little isolator comes off the top. This is for the old one. And Arnott supplies this one. Slips on the top here. There's these little feet. We want to check our orientation of that, of course. Also, on the bottom, you've got a little kick out there, right? Little notch. Well, if you look at the bottom of the control arm, there's a little notch in there too. So that'll all line up. I've got that height sensor out of the way, kind of pushed up. And I've also taken the air hose and kind of pushed it up out of the way as well. So I can get straight in there. Push down a little bit. So that'll go into its little rotator. Make sure the isolator nubs are in the holes. There. Now, when I do bring it down for good, I will need to make sure that it is where it needs to be. So now, this linkage, a little bit tricky. It'll go in. Okay, there's a little locating nub on here. You can see it kind of goes in the back. And let me pause for a moment here and mention an important step. The height sensor arm, the little plastic arm you see there, needs to be pointing towards the outside of the vehicle, no matter which side you're working on. In this case, since it's the left side, you'll notice that it's pointing kind of up and to the left, and it needs to point that direction. If it's going the other way, it confuses the height sensor, and you will not get any adjustment on that side of the vehicle. There, now that's on. And now we can take this out. That just pulls straight out. See, it's just a little clip they put in there. And then the airline just gets pushed straight in. There we go. And then, see, it doesn't come out, and it's in there. That's it. You know, the whole air suspension system on these gets such a negative rap. I mean, everybody talks about, oh, you know, rip that out, put springs in. Oh, air suspension's broken, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I've just been, in that one regard, lucky with this vehicle, but I don't know. But I think it's a fairly easy system to work with, to diagnose, and to replace parts on. You know, we just saw the air spring. Honestly, the hardest part of this job, putting that guy back on. Wheel bolts? Really? Wheel bolts? I hate wheel bolts.